Jakarta is on edge. It all began with clashes near Parliament on Thursday. This is when police tried to disperse demonstrators protesting lawmakers' pay and education funding. And in the chaos, a 21-year-old ride-hailing driver, Affan Kurniawan, was run over by an armed police vehicle. Now, his death has become the flashpoint for public anger. On Friday, protests erupted across the capital. Schools shut early, banks and offices told staff to work from home, and the military was deployed in several parts of the city. We're getting you visuals of how the chaos unfolded on the streets of Indonesia's capital. In fact, this unrest has left one person dead and dozens injured.
And an investigation is underway. The protest call for Friday afternoon.
Shaping up to be the first major test for President Prabowo Subianto's government in Indonesia at this point, in fact. We're getting you visuals from Indonesia's capital where chaos unfolded on the streets, public anger on display. In fact, this comes after a 21-year-old was run over by an armed police vehicle, and this has now become the flashpoint for protesters who have been protesting against lawmakers' pay. In fact, as you can see, police intervening to take stock of the situation and restore normalcy, in fact. But now this is turning out to be a major protest unfolding on the streets of Indonesia. In fact, it is also turning out to be a major test for the government at this point. Specifically, it could prove to be a litmus test for President Prabowo Subianto's government on how he handles this chaos, which has now spilled over to the streets.
Indonesia's capital has seen tensions rise, with students promising further protests, after a motorcyclist died, having been hit by a police vehicle. The ride-sharing driver was hit at the site of violent clashes in Jakarta on Thursday, as police were trying to disperse demonstrators protesting against lawmakers' pay and education funding. Police said the 7 crew of the armoured vehicle have been arrested and an investigation is underway. The protest call for Friday afternoon in the capital of Southeast Asia's largest economy prompted a number of schools to allow students to leave early and businesses asking employees to work from home. Meanwhile, the funeral for driver Affan Kurniawan was attended by hundreds of fellow ride-sharing motorcycle drivers. In a video message, President Prabowo Subianto called for calm and expressed condolences for the death of Kurniawan.
Once again, I am shocked and disappointed by the excessive actions of the officers. I have ordered a thorough and transparent investigation into last night's incident, and the officers involved must be held accountable. If it is found that they acted beyond the bounds of proprietary and applicable regulations, we will take the strongest possible action in accordance with the law.
On Monday, hundreds of demonstrators tried to break into the Indonesian parliament in a protest against what they called excessive pay and perks for legislators. That came after local media reported this month that parliamentarians were paid upwards of 100 million rupiah, or just over $6,000 a month. Although Indonesia is Southeast Asia's largest economy, the average monthly income is the equivalent of $190 US.